the first ever episode of Sassy Science,
where science is sassy. We're your hosts, Mrs. Green
and Miss Haynes. Today you will meet the teachers.
Teachers? Don't students only have one science teacher?
Well, yes, but we both teach 7th grade science, so we'll both be in the videos and we'll both be available for tutorials. And sometimes our classes might just do things together.
Okay, that makes sense. Before we tell you about ourselves, we want to talk a little bit about how to watch your flipped classroom videos.
That's right. First thing you need to do is make sure that you have your notebook with you and something to write with.
If you don't have your notebook right now, hit the pause button, grab your notebook and writing utensil. Open it up to where you have the next available space. Don't waste paper, and write the date.
I'm putting today's date. You put the date of whenever you watch the video. Your notebook should look something like this. Don't forget, you can pause it at any time.
After you've written the date, you need to watch enough of the video to know what the main topic is.
It'll probably be listed in the video title, but we'll also let you know in the video itself. So let's think about today's video. All right, go ahead and pause it and see what the title is.
Well, I see that it's called Meet the Teachers.
That's right, so we're going to write it in our notebook.
And let's underline it too for emphasis.
That's a great idea.
Alright, that looks great. Then it will be easy for you to find what topic you are looking for when you go back over your notes in your notebook.
If you need to, go ahead and pause it. Make sure your notebook looks like this.
Okay, so now you've written the date and the title of the video in your notebook. Now let's get to work. So, you're going to meet the teachers. How many teachers? 2.
Why don't we make 2 columns in our notes? What do you think we should call each of those columns? Think about it. Let's put a line down the middle. What should we title those columns?
How about Mrs. Green and Miss Haynes? To help us make our 2 columns, we've got a line down the middle, and then we're going to write the teachers' names above each of the columns.
All right, remember if you need to, pause the video. Make sure it looks like this one.
Okay, let's get some information going.
Okay, let's start simple. Mrs. Green, how many years have you been teaching here at Vivian Field?
Well, Miss Haynes, I am starting my 11th wonderful year here at Vivian Field Middle School.
All right, when you take notes, you don't have to write everything down, just the most important parts. So I'm going to write 11th year at Field.
Very nice. Okay, Miss Haynes, how many years have you been teaching here at Vivian Field Middle School?
Well, I'm starting my 8th year here at Vivian Field.
All right, so I'm going to write 8th year at, and I'm going to abbreviate VFMS.
That's great. That's great. All right, next question. Mrs. Green, tell us where you grew up.
Well, Miss Haynes, I grew up in a small East Texas town by the name of Palestine.
Wow. All right. I'm just going to write grew up in East Texas. And I'm also going to abbreviate.
Nicely done. What about you, Miss Haynes? Where did you grow up?
I grew up right here in Farmers Branch. In fact, I went to McLaughlin Elementary, Vivian Field, it was a junior high then, and R.L. Turner.
Wow, that is cool. I did not know that. So over here under your column, I'm going to abbreviate grew up FB, and because I think it's fun and cool, I'm going to say VF, MS, and RLT.
Woo! All right, Mrs. Green, next question. Tell us what you like to do in your free time.
Well, Miss Haynes, I like to travel. I like to spend time with my husband and my dogs.
Travel, time with
family,
family, or I'm going to be specific because I want to make sure that we mention things you mentioned.
and I love to read all the time. Great. All right, Miss Hames, tell us about your family.
Well, I have 3 sons. I have Noah. I have Michael. They're both 16. No, they're not twins. I can tell you more about them later. They go to Newman Smith. And I have Kobe, who's 13, and he goes to Perry. So 3 sons.
Nice. Okay, so here for number 3, I'm going to write 3 sons. And their ages are both 16 for the older 2. And how old is Kobe?
13.
13. Nice. They go to school in our district.
Yeah. CFB. Woo. All right. So, Mrs. Green, is there anything else about yourself that you would like to tell your students?
Well, let's see. I was the mascot in high school, so that was fun.
What was the mascot?
The Wildcat.
Yay!
What about you, Miss Hames? What's a little tidbit, something interesting to tell your students?
Well, I'm in a singing group at church, so I spend a lot of time with music stuff.
Fun. And I'm going to, in my notes, because I know I'm the only one who's going to read them, I'm going to write fa, la, 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 and church. Because these notes are for me, and so I want to make them make sense for me.
That's right. Now, if you need to, you can pause and look at ours and make sure yours looks like something like this. All right.
Episode 1 of Sassy Science is coming to a close. To prepare for Thursday, September 5th, take your chart you created, your notes, with this video, and
we want you to write a sentence summarizing each section. So you have 2 sections, so you're going to write how many sentences? 2. You're going to write 1 sentence to summarize about Mrs. Green and 1 sentence to summarize about Miss Hames.
But do I have to write in complete sentences?
Yes, you have to write in complete sentences. They convey better communication. When you're taking notes, you can do whatever you want to for shorthand because it's just fast, but you need to write in complete sentences so that your thoughts are whole.
All right, guys, that's it for episode 1 of Science Sassy,
where science is sassy.